Hi, meteorologist Damien Lodes, and this is your weekly forecast for November 17th. Now, currently in Oklahoma City, we're sitting at a chilly 25 degrees, but the good news is that the winds have died down because right now the wind chill is the same as the air temperature. And as we take a look at temperatures across the rest of the metro, 27 right now for Edmond, 25 in Midwest City, 27 down in Norman, and 25 for both Okarche and Kingfisher. So it's looking like it's going to be a chilly night here across the metro. Now, let's take a look at temperatures across the rest of the state right now. 25 degrees right now in Seminole, 30 in Ada, and in far southern Oklahoma, Durant right there is sitting at the freezing mark. Now, let's take a look at the overnight lows. This is going to be a brutal night. There's no way about it. Temperatures tonight are going to be in the teens for a majority of the state. 19 for the overnight low in Seminole, 15 degrees in Stillwater, and 13 for both Enid, Clinton, and Hobart. Now, the average for this time of year is in the high 30s. We're not going to be anywhere near that. Now, let's take a look at the storm impacts for your morning commute tomorrow. We do have a low risk right now of icing on both the roads and bridges, and that's because any of the snow that ended up melting today, well, that stuff's going to end up refreezing as the night goes on with these cold temperatures. Now, for your morning commute, as we take a look at the morning hours, 7 o'clock, we're still going to see a couple of icy spots, so make sure you use a little bit of caution as you're driving into work tomorrow. But by the time the sun comes out, it will start to melt some of that leftover ice. So the commute's looking good by 8 a.m. and the roads should start to dry out by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. But as we take a look at the overnight forecast, 18 degrees is what we're going to get down to here in Oklahoma City. That's only going to be 5 degrees off of the record cold. So that's just to show you just how cold it's going to get tonight. 27 is what we're going to start off for tomorrow morning. We will get up to the 40s. 42 degrees by noon, and then we'll top off at 43 degrees for the afternoon high. So I never thought I'd see the day where I'd be happy to see temperatures returning to the 40s. Now, let's take a look at temperatures across the rest of the state tomorrow. 45 degrees for both Ada and Seminole, 38 in Stillwater, and 40 degrees in Enid. So we're going to see a couple of isolated 30s across the state, but for the majority of us, we're going to see temperatures return to the 40s. But as we take a look at the 5-day temperature trend, normally for this time of year, we're in the high 50s, but we're going to be well below that getting into the rest of the week. Thursday is looking like it's going to be the warmest day of the week, but we will see a little bit of a cool down by the time Friday gets here. And that's going to be when we see our next chance of rain return to the forecast, because as we take a look at the weekend rain chances, it's looking like it's going to be a 40% chance. But across far southern Oklahoma, stretching from Ardmore to McAllister, we are actually going to see thunderstorm chances return to the forecast. So this past weekend we had snow, and now this weekend we're going to see thunderstorm chances returning to the forecast. So Oklahoma weather is going to be in full bloom for this time of year. Now, let's take a look at the storm impacts for Saturday. The strongest of storms are going to have some gusty winds with it, but nothing severe as of right now. And as we take a look at your weekend forecast, 55 degrees is what we're going to see on Saturday, 40% chance of rain. We will have a couple of isolated downpours in far southern Oklahoma, but it's going to be a relatively cool day. And then as we get into Sunday, we're going to have a temperature of 52 degrees. The rain should end fairly early, so it's going to be a nice dry afternoon, but the big story is going to be the wind, because we're going to be seeing wind gusts up to 25 miles an hour. So it's going to be some pretty strong gusts. So as we take a look at your 5+5 forecast, we will finally get back up into the 40s tomorrow. Afternoon high of 44 degrees. As we get into the next couple of days, temperatures will be on the rebound. 49 for the afternoon high of Wednesday, 57 on Thursday. And then as we get into the weekend, highs should stabilize in the mid-50s, high of 55 on Friday and Saturday. Now we do have that 40% chance of rain returning for Saturday. It should end early on Sunday. And then as we get into later in the week, temperatures should remain in the mid-50s and the sun should become shiny just in time for Thanksgiving. And you're up to date with the latest First Alert forecast.